Exactly where I am. Hello, Facebook. Hello, everybody on YouTube watching on Catch Up. Welcome to my studio. It's a little bit different today. This is actually the yoga and meditation studio here in Germany in the amazing fasting and retreat clinic, Bookinger Wilhelmie. I will put links to it because you're going to want to check it out. They've got amazing videos actually up on a YouTube channel all about fasting, and the experts here are really, really good. I'm not going to say too much about it because I'm actually going to write about it. I'm in the middle of doing something myself here, and I'm going to research it and write about it for a forthcoming issue of Earle Wellbeing magazine, which of course is all the more reason why you should be subscribing, because then you will be able to read it in full. And actually that reminds me, there is this amazing subscription gift. I think it's worth about £35, the liposomal magnesium. So rush to get that if you are not already a subscriber or you want to gift it to somebody. Anyway, let us crack on with today because the subject is aromatherapy and essential oils. And I'm delighted that I'm going to be joined by a fab female founder who has created a brand called Ebo Beauty. And we actually met in real life, which was really nice. So it's not just a virtual thing. And she's got some really, really nice products. I'm going to just see. Hi, how are you? Oh my goodness, you're so welcome. I am just going to turn you up, my darling, just so that we can all hear, because I think I've got... There you go. How about that?
Are we okay?
We're okay. Kirstie Garrett, welcome to the Instagram Live.
Thank you, Liz Earle. And I really want to start off by just saying, that for myself, and I know loads of followers of Ebo as well, a huge thank you to your Liz Earle Wellbeing platform, because I really feel like you debunk and make stuff really accessible for so many people, and it's so needed. So I'll calm down and stop fangirling you. But no, genuinely, on a day-to-day basis, I know, as I say, that Ebo followers and myself, it's a great resource, and all your team are amazing too, so thank you.
Well, thank you. Hearts back. It's good to share the love. We're a real sisterhood here. I do feel it. And,
yes.
My work has changed over the years, because when I started off, all those years ago, 32 years ago, actually, on this morning I started, that was before I'd had children. And I remember having a live antenatal scan before Lily was born on the show. And so then I was writing and researching about baby care and writing books on toddler food and, because I was living it. And so now, being a midlife woman, obviously, hopefully a lot of people have come on the journey with me. And now we're all talking about ways to live well, ways to age well. We're talking about hormonal health, perimenopause, menopause and beyond.
Yes.
And of course, that's where a lot of aromatherapy can come in as a backup. Should we talk about how we actually met?
Yes, okay.
Because was it about a year ago, maybe?
Yeah, almost. It was, it was just when the shower steamers had launched.
Right.
And I'd been living in France for 15 years and moved back during the pandemic and formulated and pushed on with creating those shower steamers during the pandemic, which was a perfect thing to be doing amongst other things.
Which are these, by the way? Before we get too carried away, we should say you have generously given us all of these loves, on everything. So your website is ebobeauty.com, ebobeauty.com, 20% off.
Yes.
Everything that we talk about. So make a note of that, because some of these things are so lovely. So I met you at a private fair, one of those little stall holder things that a friend was having. And I remember, as I walked past, being struck by this amazing smell.
Yes.
And thinking, what are these aromas that are hitting me? Where are they coming from?
Yeah, and you know what? So as a brand, really through lockdown, we've been selling online, and in all our little all our little independent stores that stock us were closed because we're not in any big supermarket.
Terrible.
And actually, I then just, as soon as we could come out, I thought, right, I'm going to go to all these pop-up fairs. I want to meet people. I want them to smell it, because it's so difficult selling online.
Yeah.
And it's been so amazing and reaffirming to meet everybody, because like you, people just stop. They're instinctively,
once you
I would
smell,
say, in an animalistic way, drawn to what they need. And the key point, I think, compared to other things like this, is that we're a botanical grade. So everything we use is 100% natural and plant extracts, which I know you've been a huge advocate of for many, many years.
Yeah.
I've got one of the 20 years old I looked at last night. And what that means to me and to people who smell it instinctively and inhale it olfactory is that every aroma has an action.
Right.
And that's how we differentiate, for example, between the steamers, which I want to talk about a little bit with you, because the thing about the brand is that my main thing with the brand is to make it aromatherapy and well-being accessible to everybody, both in price points,
yes,
which is obviously
the
more
very
important,
good value, yeah,
but also in sort of formulation and method of use, because I think I'm very aware that so many people have pressures on their time, yes. And for lots of people, that bathroom moment is the moment they shut the door and they can do some self-care. But I also kind of wanted to move away, for eco reasons. We're a very eco brand of water usage and affording to heat that water now, of baths.
Yes.
I couldn't find anything for me personally that was giving me that real hit of aromatherapy in the shower.
So let's talk about what they are, because shower steamers are a way to transform your shower into a really amazing spa-like experience. Just as we know that we can add oils and bath salts and all those lovely things to a luxurious bath, as you say, that's a luxury. It's not a day-to-day thing. But to actually bring in the therapeutic powers of the essential oils, and I have brought all these with me, obviously, because I knew that we were talking, but I have to say, I have been using them. I just love them. Today, I woke up, and after I'd done my meditation and been for a cold swim, and had my delicious herb tea, because I am fasting, I had a shower with this little chap.
The Clarity.
Clarity. And I genuinely came away feeling brighter. And so what I've got here is I'm going to do a live demo. I'm not going to undress and get in the shower.
Oh, wow.
But I have brought my little soap dish.
Oh, I love this.
So what you would normally do, am I right, is you put it towards the back of the shower tray before you step in, and then you turn the shower on?
Yes, so on the packaging it explains how to use it, and we just say don't place it under the most direct flow, because that's obviously going to dissolve it quickly. You'll still get the hit, but it's just too quick. Okay. So position it around. It depends what shower you've got. They work in dedicated showers, they work in wet room, and they work over a bath. You don't have to have a swanky shower. Look at that. Yeah. So it's dissolving quite slowly.
The smell that's coming off this already. I'm going to be really buzzing today because I've had a double dose of Clarity.
Double dose.
I love it. And do you know, actually, I did a sneaky thing the other day. I did have a bath, but I'm so addicted to the one before I go to bed called Serenity, that I actually kept it fizzing in the basin next to me.
Amazing.
So I got the smell coming through, and then I put my bath salts and, Epsom salts and whatever in the actual bath. So what is in it? This is all natural, yeah?
It's all natural, and it's really not rocket science. I'll talk quickly about it. So the base is really just bicarbonate soda and citric acid. Now, also, if you're into eco-cleaning and you've tried cleaning with that, you'll know it's amazing. And one of the reasons I didn't then put any dried plant extracts in to block the drain is because when that goes down your pipes, it cleans them.
Double whammy, that's fantastic. So you're actually doing the housework while you have your shower and your spa experience. I mean, that has to be a first.
There we have it. So that's the base of all of them. Doesn't differ. So they come in a tablet form, and as you've brilliantly demonstrated, dissolve slowly, and then give off this well-being vapour that we inhale and have all.
It's still going. It's still going, and it literally lasts the whole shower. And absolutely love it. So you've got 3, is that right? I've got Clarity, Immunity, and Serenity.
Correct. So the Clarity one is the one that's most sort of generically used in the morning. So we call it our Wake Up and Focus blend. And really, it's all high notes aromatherapy. And so really good for clearing any brain fog, switching you on in the morning, and then with that basil for memory, recall, and focus. So it's a softer...
The smell is great. Peppermint oil is great, but it's a bit harsh on its own. Just smells like kind of taking a shower with a load of polos. But what you've put in there with it, I think, is really uplifting and zingy, and it's quite sophisticated with the basil that's in there as well.
Yes, love
How many do you get in a bag?
You get 8 in a packet.
Great.
And I must say that as they've been launched for a year now, people are saying that they can easily make it last for 2. If they need to, they just push it out of the way of the spray.
Push it to the back. Once you finish, have a quick shower, push it to the back of the shower tray, and then it's ready for you the next day.
Doing that.
Love all these eco tips. And so what about immunity then? Because obviously we're getting into the coughs and colds and flu bug season.
Right. And now it's interesting with immunity because I was doing some pop-ups last week and people were drawn to that one, as I say, almost in that animalistic way of self-selection.
It's different. It smells, actually, a lot of the smells that I've got here in this lovely German clinic. It's quite therapeutic. I think they obviously use a lot of these similar oils. I mean, the Germans and the Europeans generally actually are way ahead of us, aren't they, when it comes to naturopathy and using natural ingredients and botanicals. You know, I was saying to the nurse that, you know, I wanted to look at some things to help me sleep. And she opened this cupboard and it was just full of these amazing herbs and packets of preparations that, you know, it's not a question of, oh, well, here's a sleeping pill. It's like, well, this is the first choice. This is what you go to.
Amazing. So with that immunity, it is softer. And as you inhale it, you immediately, I don't need to tell you what it does because you immediately feel it through your throat and chest. So we call it's deeper, heavier oils with the, so you've got like cinnamon and clove in there.
Love it.
But then with a higher note of the lemon as well, so it's not too claggy.
And we know, actually, you know, scientifically, medically, that if you are inhaling the vapour of good quality essential oils, they do have antibacterial properties. And what I do, if I am coming down with a bug or feeling that I'm being hit by lurgies, I do a steam inhalation over a bowl. Yes. Which you could obviously do in your nice warm shower as well. But make sure I take it in. So I kind of breathe it in through my mouth because then all those lovely essential oils are going down here and really deep breath. So you're taking it right down into your system. And
it's quite a powerful shot. So I think it kind of prompts you to do that actually physically, to just be like, and you can feel it working, so it's kind of addictive in that way.
I'll bet your repeat purchase is really high, because once you start using these, you just love them.
And that's the thing, it's so high. And we've actually just launched, on request of a very clever customer, we started doing a subscription. So our subscriptions come in light showers, medium showers, or heavy showers. So you can adjust the amount you want for the period you want due to your size of family or regularity of use. So that's looking on postage and everything like that.
Fantastic. So then talk us through the last one, which is Serenity. Obviously,
Serenity,
I'm using this in the evening.
We call it prepaid and calming, but I don't just use it in the evening. I'm quite an excitable, energetic person, and I use it to kind of take the edge off. If I've got a big day coming up, I'll have one of these in the morning, because I think what's important for people to understand who haven't smelt them and got them is that because of the menthol, they're all clearing. You're still going to get that hit, aren't you?
Yeah, you are.
What in there is the frankincense. And just before I came on, I saw somebody in your comments saying, oh, I love frankincense, but it's so expensive. It is really expensive. And as you'll know, that's just to do with the yield, isn't it? It just takes so much work. It's a resin,
and the resin is scraped from trees that are hundreds of years old, and it's also grown in quite tricky places like Somalia, so it's quite hard to get hold of.
Yeah. So, but frankincense has been used throughout the ages and across religions and societies to induce a meditative state. And I find through my 30 years as an aromatherapist treating people as well, that it's the most fantastic oil for when you're exhausted physically but your mind is whirring and it won't stop.
I think we've all been there, haven't we? Or maybe you're there right now.
I know you're doing tons on menopause and love that. It's also a very cooling oil. Takes heat out of the body.
Nice. So tell us a bit about your background then. So you've been an aromatherapist for 30 years. I didn't realise it was that long.
Yes, I know. Yes. Just consistently, I didn't stop and have children. And I think I'm one of the few people that has been working consistently for that long, actually.
Gosh.
In it. So, and it just never fails to amaze me and surprise me, but it's my life. I use them in every aspect of my life, and I still have clinics, and not so regularly now. I'm just kind of 2 days a month in London. And
can people find you on your website if they've got, you know, questions, or on social media?
Of course. Thank you. I wanted to say, you know, on the Ebo messaging and everything, always open for questions and queries.
Fabulous. Now, what I love about your range is that you haven't just confined it to this. You're broadening out. You've got one of my favourite things, which I'm going to show you. I wonder if you can guess what it is. It's this little beauty.
Oh, yes. Now, this
I love this.
Thank you.
I really genuinely love it. It's called Nutri-Glow Universal Balm, Lover Balm. What I love about this is it's plastic free.
Yes.
So it's all in card. This is just genius. I was using it all the time before I came, and on the plane you can use it as a lip balm. You can use it on your cuticles. You can use it. Oh, you're using it here for just a bit of shine. My hair's looking a bit dry at the moment, so I think I'm going to rub some through my hair.
So
what is in this? Because I love it.
Vegan hyaluronic acid.
Really, more hyaluronic acid. Can't get enough of that.
A lot on hyaluronic as well, haven't you? Because I do watch and engage with you. So yeah, hyaluronic acid, a vegan one, obviously.
Yeah.
And it also has something called Eco Silk, which is a sustainable blend of coconut and sugar. And that's what gives it. It's very difficult to see on camera, but that kind of what I call the spider's web sheen. It's not a teenage highlight gloss.
Yes.
It's just the textured, reflective.
Oh, so it is.
Yes.
I don't know if that's come out on camera.
So,
you might see that little sheen. But you could use that, you know, for so many things, as you say, for hair, for hair,
also,
for nourishing.
I know you'll be familiar with, and people get scared of, so I need to explain it straight away, dragon's blood. So that is another resin, isn't it? That's highly, highly antioxidant.
Yeah, dragon's blood is great. It has nothing to do with dragons. I'm not quite sure why it's called that, possibly because it's so potent. But yeah, highly antioxidant, extremely good for the skin. I love that. We've got here Chickadee Fashion. She's saying, I'm gifting this to everyone this Christmas. What a good idea. Any Father Christmases watching? That is a fantastic stocking filler. Love it. Who would not want to get that? Seriously.
Another thing about getting out and doing our pop-ups is, I'll tell you who really gets this. I've placed us older, but I'll tell you who really gets it. 12 years old upwards, 12 to 18-year-olds totally get the brands. They get the eco, they get the natural, and they get the accessibility of use. And I love that.
How great, actually. Yeah, I mean, all ages, you could pop a little shower bomb in. I mean, they're quite nice little funky packaging. And before we go, I also want to talk to you about two lovely things, which, again, I've been trying, of course, before we chatted. Your facial oils, and these are seasonal. I'm big into seasonality and shifting things as the season shifts. So we've got the autumn oil and the winter oil, and I have to tell you, the autumn oil, it does smell of autumn. I don't know how you've captured it.
Well,
what's in here?
Well, I think loads of things, but the two main things that are active for autumn in there is rosemary. Now, rosemary, and it's very, very, very small dilutions, obviously, for the skin. I don't want people to feel that it's overpowering. But rosemary is in there as a circulation booster for sluggish, dull skin, and also collagen retainer. You know, it has collagen retaining properties, and something I know that you love because I've seen it on your stories when you travel, it has baobab seed oil.
Oh yeah, baobab. So very, very skin softening. And I just think that the combination here of what you've put in with the essential fatty acids, the flower oils, the vitamins, is there's more in here than rosemary, isn't there? Because you've got patchouli, jasmine, lemon, grapefruit, your baobab seed, your almond, your vitamin E, and so many uses. You say it's a facial oil, but what else could we do with it?
Well, the same as the Nutri-Glow, really, but it is an oil. So, I use it on my hands because I actually don't like a cream texture on my hands. You can use it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through hair as well. And then the winter one, this actually is making me think kind of a little bit Christmassy, mind you. I'm a Christmasaholic. I love Christmas, so any excuse, frankly, to talk about it.
I think it's the packaging's quite Christmassy on that one, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really nice. And this is a different blend, obviously. This is chamomile, jasmine, neroli, which I love. patchouli again, which gives it that warming, just really quite kind of sexy quality.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're all just, again, a synchronicity of oils that are going to work to keep your skin boosted, circulation boosted, and emollient, really, just keeping moisture locked in. And I'm just so delighted that facial oils are more acceptable. People are less scared of them now. And what I would say, as much as obviously I love what's in the product, again, it's the application lends itself, and oil lends itself to, again, I know you do loads on this, that kind of lymphatic drainage application. You don't need to be an expert, just centre out, always up. I always say if you work from the centre to the ears and then drain down the side, you really can't go wrong.
Fantastic. And when you use an oil, it does remind you actually to give you that few moments of self-care. Doesn't take long, but in the evening. And it's a lovely way to unwind because you can work into the shoulder muscles, the neck tension. It encourages you to have a bit of a stretch out, to take some deep breaths so that you just sort of relax everything. You connect with your vagus nerve. You just sort of shrug off the day. Any of the rubbish that's come on, you just chuck it away and soothe yourself before hopefully a better night's sleep.
You've really sort of encapsulated there in what my objective is with the brand. We don't have a ton of products. We're not overwhelming. It's a small little capsule range of things that really are affordable to use on a daily basis. And our kind of brand motto is routine, repetition, reward, because I'm always really disheartened in this industry when things are priced so expensive and seen as a treat. That isn't going to work for you. If it's showing on your shelf and you use it as a treat, you need to have a quick routine. It doesn't need to be a ritual that takes forever. You just need to get into tiny little habits, build daily habits, and you really see the rewards.
Completely. Consistency is key. It really is. Consistency. And when you stop or you fail at anything or you give up, you just get back on it, just get back on it. And as you say, if you've got something that's affordable and easy, and you feel so much better for it. Little things actually can make such a big difference. And smell, well, as you know, over the 30 years as an aromatherapist, you must have seen some amazing results for some of your clients.
Yeah, unbelievable, and instant when it comes to the emotional absorption for emotional. It reaches the brain's emotional setting first. We won't get heavy, but it does. But then obviously physiological as well.
Yes.
Definitely. And it's just so joyous through that time, in fact, to see so much more clinical trials and so much wider acceptance of the benefits,
Just reading through some of the comments here before you go. It's lovely. Donna says, been using these oils for a number of years. They've done wonders for my super dry aging skin. I'm 55. Sarah says, I've missed the website. So it's Ebo Beauty. Yeah, EBOBeauty.com.
Yes.
Valentina, do I put it straight on my face or mix it with dragon blood? It's got dragon blood in it. Well, the oil or the extract.
It's a complete product. Everything's in there.
Yeah.
It comes with a user card. Less is more. You literally heat it between your hands and press into the skin and let it on.
Lovely. Donna also says, my best friend is committed to the smell is amazing. Sarah says, the smell of the oils is coming through my phone. I'm glad.
I love that.
And Chaz Marie loves the fact that you're saying routine, ritual, reward. Bertie says, I use it as a teenage boy and it's amazing. Hi, Bertie. Welcome to the clan. Shelley's asking if you ship overseas.
That's my nephew.
Oh, hi. Nice to see you, Bertie. Come see us again.
He's 18 and I'm very impressed that he's hopped on and said that. And he does love my shower steamers.
I can imagine my boys, actually, they're super into oils. My youngest has his lavender oil with him all the time, puts a couple of drops on his pillow before bed. Always, if I can persuade him to have a nice long bath, he's going to say, well, what am I going to put in it then? It's just like a natural thing because they just love it. There's a way of connecting. And I think they probably wouldn't want to admit this, but they do enjoy that relaxation and switching off. It's such a good habit for them for later.
Being more accepting and open about things like that. I'm very hopeful.
Yeah, me too. Last question for you. Do you ship overseas? Because I know we are global here.
We do ship overseas, yes. You just go to the website, it's all detailed there.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for being with us. I hope everybody is inspired to have a fragrant day and to go and check out everything that you're doing. I think it's lovely. Our connection here came from a genuine meeting and connecting.
You were so gracious when I shoved a bag into your hand. Thank you.
It was lovely to try. I mean, I went straight home and tried them and said, this is great. This is, we've got to talk about this because this is really helpful.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Lovely to see you. Thank you. You're going to have to click off, my lovely, because otherwise I click everybody off.
Oh, okay.
So just press the little square, I think, and then you should disappear. Bye-bye. Really lovely. Oh my goodness, I had not realised that Kirstie had 30 years experience as an aromatherapist. Isn't that fantastic? What wonderful kind of heritage, really, and knowledge. And of course, if you have got any specific aromatherapy questions or questions about the brand, don't forget to email her or contact her on ebobeauty.com. A couple of quick things before I go. Today is the very last chance if you want longer, healthier, fuller, stronger eyelashes and eyebrows. Then UK Lash, who we were with a week ago, the discount code runs out at midnight tonight if you're watching me in real time. So please do not miss that, okay? Last chance, it's 15% off, Liz Loves, and that's uklash.com. A couple of other things. Talking about fragrance, I just wanted to show you what I brought with me. Stories. Anybody else trying the Stories range? Stories #1 and Stories #2. Fab female founder. Wonderful story. It was very emotional listening to her. Do you remember? Well, she has these great travel sizes, and this is the one that I'm using at the moment. It's Stories #2. And oh my goodness, I've just got such happy memories when I wear that. And it contains rose. Some of the key ingredients here: Bulgarian rose, spiced with ginger, cardamom and green tea, with honey, tobacco and tonka bean and patchouli. So if you are looking for something a bit special to wear as a fragrance for autumn, winter, I highly recommend Stories #2. The #1 I love too. I use that as an all-over kind of daytime, but #2 I tend to kind of step it up a bit when I want something maybe just a little bit sexier perhaps, or something for the evening. And we do have a 20% off. That's storiesparfum.com with Liz Loves. That's on their fragrances. It's not their samples or their gift sets, but they're fragrances. So if you want to try something like the travel size, for example, I highly recommend it. The other thing, lastly, that I've got here, which I think I'm allowed to have, even though I am at a fasting retreat, is the Hascat berry powder. Yes, I brought it with me, and the little jar that you can buy, the special violet glass jar that protects. Do you remember talking about the properties of violet glass? Really interesting. Go and have a look at their website. So this... I'm just having a spoonful in water, and it kind of makes like, in water, it makes like a healthy Ribena. So you can use it with hot water, and you can just flavour it with a little bit of honey if you want to, or just drink it as it is. Also really good stirred into yoghurt or smoothies or shakes. Lots about the Hascat berry and the beneficial properties of that. Go and check it out. There is a Liz Loves on Hascapa. That's hascapa.com. 15% off just on the single packets. Okay, so if you want to try Hascapa, you haven't tried it before, highly recommend it, especially as we step into cold and flu bug season. That is it for today. Thank you for being with me. Now, I'm going to be back live with you on Tuesday, back in the UK, talking about ways to help our immune system. Menopause, of course, we're stepping into Menopause Awareness Month. Lots going on over on Liz Earle Me, and also the Liz Earle Wellbeing website on that too. But I will be back with you live on Tuesday for Instagram. If you are not yet on the mailing list for the free newsletter, do please sign up to it. You'll find the details at lizearlewellbeing.com. It's a completely free resource full of podcast links, special offers, competitions, links to articles, research, recipes. Comes out tea time every Friday, ready for the weekend, but you have to be in it to get it. Okay, so just sign up, and it's a free thing. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. We promise not to spam you or sell your details or do anything like that. It's purely truly a free resource for the lovely community that we have here. But it comes out every Friday, so don't forget to sign up to it if you haven't already. Thank you so much for your time, and stay tuned. If you want to see more of what I'm doing here at Booking at Willoughby at Lake Constance, then head over to Liz Earle Me, and I'll be popping some stuff on my stories a bit later. But have a lovely rest of the day. Go well. Bye-bye.